The year is 1965, and the island nation of Cuba is in turmoil. After overthrowing the government in 1959, dictator Fidel Castro established Cuba under the Communist Party. Its people are fearful for their future, and Jose and Maria Garcia are looking for a way out for their two children.
Wings of freedom. Relatives and friends await the arrival of the first Cuban refugees to be airlifted from Castro's Cuba, the beginning of what may become the greatest exodus in history. There are only 75 exiles in this first group, but they are harbingers of an estimated 3,000 to 4,000 a month who will be flown to freedom by the United States.
We came in 1968. I had just turned 7 years old. I don't remember much about Cuba. I do remember, my mother crying sometimes at night because she had left her sisters back home. She had left her home, her country. I do remember that, she always saying the reason for us coming here was to give my brother and I a better chance at life.
Rosie Garcia honored her parents' sacrifices by quickly learning English, succeeding in school, and eventually settling into a career in banking.
I started as a commercial secretary back when we had to type notes. We used typewriters to type our loan notes. And from there I just started, developing my skills in the bank and going from commercial secretary to I did teller. I was a customer service rep, personal banker. So I did lots of different duties. And that's where I got my skills and my experience, and I've been working in banking for 34 years now.
She brought those earned skills to Regions in 2006, where she has guided her Hialeah branch team towards countless awards, including the honor of being the #1 branch in the company in 2014.
Her enthusiasm for our business, for providing customers and our associates with advice, guidance, and education is unparalleled. Everyone that she touches, she makes a significant impact.
Rosie really is a person who is the best at what she does. She doesn't take credit for it. She's always giving the credit to the team. She motivates you every day to be better, and that energy is contagious.
I ignite that energy first thing in the morning. Most people when they come to work, they're like, coming in and they're still like, I gotta get up, I gotta go to work. So I'm very passionate about my huddles because I think that's what feeds the energy to the team and sets the tone for the rest of the day.
Rosie has done a fine job in the way that she coaches her teams. She follows the iConnect process each and every day. She not only shares with her team how to do things, but she shares why we do them.
I think the best thing that makes her a good manager is how she delivers the message. She's not a manager that just tells you this is what you need to do and you go ahead and do it. So it's just not a thing for herself. She also wants us to be the same as her. So that's what makes her different.
It's not just looking at the opportunities that a person might have when you're doing coaching, but looking at their strengths first, because we all have strengths. Each of us have different strengths. It's just we need to look at what those strengths are and then look at the opportunities and then help that individual to grow and be better at what they do.
Rosie is also willing to turn that philosophy inwards, challenging herself to improve and grow along with her associates.
When I came here, the biggest opportunity in the market was branch business development. At the time, South Florida was going through a real estate crunch in the housing market. So our biggest opportunity was how do we get in front of these small business owners and expand those relationships. And Rosie was a little nervous about that because it wasn't something that she said I'm strong at. But Rosie really took it to the next level. And now she's probably one of our best branch business outside developers that we have here in South Florida.
How did we come to meet Rosie? We were trying to inquire a banker that would have a one-on-one relationship, and we found that some other banks weren't giving us that fulfillment. And we walked in to her office and she greeted us, like we were special people, and then she went ahead and made an appointment to come to our facility to see what we were about also. And based on that, it's been a 4-year relationship that we've had.
I think it's important to know the business, know where the business is now and where it's going, and just being able to learn about what they need and what the business is all about so you can provide the right solutions for now and in the future. About 4 years ago, I received a call from my sister-in-law. It was like during the night, and she called me to let me know that my brother had been rushed to the hospital with a minor heart attack. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening. This cannot happen. He's the only thing I have besides my children. Luckily, you doing fine, as long as he takes his medication and does what he has to do. He's a fighter and he's doing well. So when I saw that Regions was part of the American Heart Association, I said, this is a good way for me to do it, for him, for my brother, and for all those other, people that are out there that have heart conditions. So every year I'm part of the Heart Association. I do the walk. I also do it with my team, and it's just building the awareness, to the community of the importance of taking care of your heart so you can live, long lives.
But it's the lives of those closest to her that have Rosie's heart.
My children are my world. I have 3 wonderful kids. I have 2 girls and a boy. I have 3 grandkids that are now I always tell them that I work for them, but they're my life. The time that I spend away from work is spent with my family, either with my grandkids or, family all together. To me, that's very important.
Looking back at the accomplishments of raising her family and forging her career, Rosie Garcia will never forget her parents' sacrifice to bring her to a better place and a brighter future.
I thank them every single day that they took the initiative to do this. And I think if I were in their shoes, having a family of my own now, and I knew that I could give my children a better life, I think I would do the same. I would definitely follow their footsteps.